Hello, welcome to my house and welcome to my channel. I'm Laura Cepeda and today I'm going to show you something incredible, something that is easy and fast. It seems to be a little bit difficult, but you will see that it's not. It seems to be complicated, but I will give you all the secrets and all the tips so you can make it in the easiest and simple ways. Well, remember, before we start, I invite all of you to subscribe and, well, I will give you the step by step. Well, I'm going to use this yarn and with my crochet hook, I'm going to make a chain. I'm going to use a fine materials because I want that you can see the stitch. So we are going to make a magic ring. We are going to make 5 chains, close in circle. We are going to slip 1. Now we will go up with 1, 2, 3, and we are going to make double crochets inside the ring. The double crochet of 2 crochets, then 2 chains, and again inside the ring we are going to make 2 double crochets. We are making the double crochets of 2 crochets. So here we have 1 and 2. And well, this is how we are going to continue until we have 6 series like this one, okay? This is one series, this is the second series, and we are going to repeat this, and remember in between we are going to make 2 chains. Well, at the end of the 6th series, we are going to leave it like that, okay? We are not going to close. Right away, we are going to turn. We are going to go up with 3 chains. And now here inside this space, the 2 chains that we made in between each series, well, we are going to insert our hook. We are going to make 2 double crochets, then 2 chains, and right inside the same space, 2 double crochets. So as you can tell, we have created a shell, 2 double crochets, then 2 chains and 2 double crochets. We are going to make 2 chains and in this space. But no, let me check. Okay, no, the stitch goes, we are going to make instead of 2, 3, and then here in this space we are going to make single crochet, then 1, 2, 3 chains, and in the next space we are going to make the shell. Remember, double crochets, 2 chains, and again 2 double crochets in the same space. And this is the sequence that we are going to follow, okay? After this shell is where we are going to make 3 chains, single crochet, 3 chains, and then the shell. And like this is how we are going to continue the whole row, okay? So see you at the end. Well, look, this is the sequence that we follow, okay? Remember that we made the shell, single crochet, the shell, single crochet, and we will finish the row with 1 double crochet. This will be the edge. And like this is how we finish the row. Well, like you could tell at the end, we just have 1, 2, and 3 shells. Well, at the end of the row, we are going to turn our break. We will go up with 3 chains, and then we are going to make shell over shell, and we are going to respect this line that will be of shells, and we will respect the same in this line, okay? The only thing that we are going to change is each series, it's this part, okay, where we are going to increase. So remember, each shell will have 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and 2 double crochets, all of them in the same space. And now pay attention here. Look at this. We are going to yarn over, we are going to skip 1 space, and in the next space we are going to insert our hook, we are going to pull. Look, I already have 1 thread. I will pick 1 and then the last 2. Again, yarn over, insert your hook, take 1, pull, and with your finger you are going to pick to keep that threads. You are going to take 2 and then the next 2. We are going to repeat 1 more time. So here we have 3. This is the 4th time, and look at this. And we are going to repeat the same in the space that we skip, okay? We are going to insert our hook, pull, take 1, then take the last 2, 3, and 4. So here we have 1, 2, and 3. One more time. Remember that we are going to use our finger to keep the threads. And this is the cross shell, okay? Now without making chains right away, we are going to go to the next shell where we are going to make shell over shell, okay? Remember 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and 2 double crochets again. Okay, after this shell, we are going to repeat again the cross shell, okay? In these 2 spaces that we have, we are going to make it. Remember that we have to go to the next space. We are going to repeat this sequence 4 times. Remember that we are going to keep with our finger the threads that we take. So here we have 2, 3, and 4. Now we are going to turn over. We are going to insert our hook in the space that we escape. And we will have at the end 4 threads crossed. 3 and 4. Now without making chains right away, I'm going to continue to the next shell, 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and 2 double crochets. And at the end I will finish the row with the double crochet of the end. I think I'm going to finish the row with you so you can see exactly how it is and how we are going to finish, okay? Remember that here at the end we are just going to make a final double crochet, and this is how it looks. It looks so good, right? This will be the tip of the triangle. If you want to make a shawl, well, this is the perfect stitch to make it. Well, at the end we are just going to turn our prig. We are going to go up, and here we are going to make the shawl, and here I will tell you how. I started the row as I told you, okay? We are going to make the 3 chains, then the shell, and then look at here. We are going to make in the crossed shell, we are going to make 3 chains, and right here, single crochet, again 3 chains, and here in the top of the first shell that we made, of the first cross shell that we made, 3 chains and a single crochet, then 3 chains. We are going to make single crochet, then 1, 2, 3 chains, and we are going to make shell over shell, remember, always to keep the shape. So 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and then 2 double crochets, and where we have the crossed shells, we are going to repeat what we have just made. 3 chains, single crochet, 3 chains, and a single crochet, and this is how we are going to finish the row. Remember that at the end we are going to make the last shell, and we are going to make the double crochet of the edge. And we'll see you there to tell you how we are going to continue with the next row of crossed shells. Look, I finished the row and I started like we have to, okay? Making shell over shell, and now we are going to make the cross shells in the chains that we made in the last row, okay? So remember that we have to have at the end 4 threads. We are going to turn over, insert, pull, take 1, take 2. Again. And now we are going to turn over, and in the space that we escape is where we are going to cross the shell. And we are going to continue with the sequence. So far we have 2 series, okay? One series where we make the shells and the chains, and the second series where we make the shells and the cross shells. Here, and we have to take into account that we are going to increase. As you could tell, well, in the last row we only crossed 1 shell, so now we will have 2 at the end. So this is how we are going to increase. So okay, without making chains, after we finish this first part of the cross shell, we are going to turn over, and we are going to come back to the space that we escaped, and there is where we are going to cross the shell. So here is the second shell, and remember that this is the second cross shell, And this is how we are going to increase. So we must have 4 threads at the end. So now we are going to make shell over shell. Remember to double crochet 2 chains to keep with the shape. So look, here I'm exactly at a half. What we made in the other side, we must have in the other side, okay? So here we have to increase, and we must have at the end 2 cross shells and the last shell at the end. Well, see you in the next row. Now here I already get ahead. I made the shell at the beginning, then 3 chains, single crochet, 3 chains and single crochet. Remember that we are going to make this single crochet, one at here in the top of the cross shells, one here in between, and one again here in the top, then 3 chains, single crochets, and where we have to make the shells, we are going to make the shells. So what we have just made in this side, we are going to repeat it in the other side. Then in the next series, we are going to cross the shells, okay? And remember that every time we are going to increase, instead of having 1, we are going to have 2, and then in the next we are going to have 3, and like this until we get the long of the shawl or the long of the project that we are making this for. Well, like I told you, this stitch seems to be a little bit difficult, but as you can see, it's so easy and simple. Imagine if you make this in 2 colors, combining 2 colors, or making integrated colors, it will look amazing. If you feel that it's too wide, well, you can reduce the chains that you made in between. But I think that in this case, in my case, the chains that I made are perfect for this size. But well, I'm going to continue repeating this series. I'm going to continue for a little bit more, and then I will show you how it looks. Well, look at here. I already make more rows. As you can tell, I continue with the series. I respect the shells where we have to make shells. I make the shells over shell. I continue with the shape. In the edge, it's perfect too. And as you can tell, by it owns the stitch, it's going to increase every time, every time more. And you are going to continue respecting the triangle shape. Okay, if you want, at the end you can decorate your shawl with a pom-poms at the edge, or you can make our final stitch. Probably you can make just a single crochet or a crab stitch, because the stitch is beautiful as its own. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate that you take your time to watching my videos and to let me show you what I know. I hope that you really use this stitch. You can use it in so many different things. Also, you can make a blanket with this stitch, and you can combine colors, and you can decorate with ribbons, with bottoms, with many things. So I hope that's very useful for you, and you can start your own business in these difficult times, okay? But well, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to leave me a comment, and please don't forget to follow me in all my social media. Thank you so much, and see you in the coming videos. Bye!